Everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is children are their own soul.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is children are their own soul. So, I've discussed this in a video recently, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper into this one because it's so important. Because when you don't allow kids to be, or your children as they get older to be and do what they want to do, you're hindering their soul. You're hindering them from doing what their soul is drawn to do. And you don't want to do that, okay? Because you're hurting them and you're hurting yourself. Because you're hurting yourself because you're getting worked up and angry because they're not doing what you think they should do. And you're hurting them because you're not allowing them to just be and do what they're drawn to do, which is the purpose of being here on this earth and experiencing it. Is our souls come in with these things we're drawn to do. Like I was fully drawn to be a healer and to speak on healing and to help people heal and to help them through their healing journey. I feel it deep within my soul that that's what I was drawn to do. And so that's what I ended up doing. Now, my soul had set up different ways for me to get to that, which it was an interesting journey. And I also discussed about hardships and how that gets you to where you're meant to be. And, you know, if you haven't heard my story, um, reach out and I could share the video with you. But I have talked about it several times. But I went through a lot. I had stress and anxiety to the point was crippling, and I would miss work. And I overcame that on my own. I didn't take medication, and I overcame that on my own. So there's many things over my life where I have overcome them myself. So that's what I was drawn to do. I was drawn to overcome them myself, and then I was drawn to start to help others do the same thing. So allow your kids to do what they're drawn to. Our souls know what we need and what we're supposed to do. If you don't like what they're doing now, there is a caveat, I guess, to it. If they're going down a path, try to help them, a darker path, maybe try to help them get to a better place. But if they're drawn to not go to college, or if they're drawn to be a waiter, or they're drawn to be a bartender, or they're drawn to be a plumber, or they're drawn to be an electrician, or if they're drawn to be a doctor and, or a lawyer, it's important to let them do what they're drawn to. And it's important to not put too much emphasis on what you want for them, because they might choose it because they're so want to make you happy, is do what you want them to do, right? And then they're not going to really do what they want to do and their soul wants to do. Because if we're in our soul alignment and we're doing what our soul wants us, or we came in here to do, it brings us joy, it lifts us up, it makes us happy. But when we don't do it, then we're miserable and unhappy. And we're supposed to be happy, right? We are supposed to do things that lift us up and bring us joy. Now, this just popped in my head to like discuss it. So now sometimes people get into their trauma and what's happened to them in the past and the programming, and it brings them down. And so what brings them joy, they might think is sitting around, and that's not good for the soul. If you just sit there and do nothing, that's not good. I've had moments in my life where I've done that, and I was in a very I was in a depressed state. I won't say very depressed state. I was in a depressed state, and it wasn't good. I just gotten laid off my job that I didn't like anyway, but I got laid off, and then it was hard to find another job, and I just knew that wasn't what my soul was meant to do, right? And so I still got another job, but then a job that I didn't really love. But then my soul started showing me the path to take, and I took it, and then I started to feel better, right? So even if you have to have the job that you don't love for a little while, just to get you on your feet and to get moving, do your job, but then start looking at things that bring you joy and lift you up and follow that. And it would be the same for your kids. Like start now to show them to look at their talents and what really brings them joy when they're young. Like you can see these kids, some of them are such amazing artists. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and it's a kid that struggles in school, but they were a great artist, right? So pay attention because school in itself is not helping kids do what they are drawn to do or what is good for them and their soul, right? So we have to kind of really work at getting that to our children to these places where they get to do what their soul is meant to do, right? And it's about paying attention to what they're really good at and help them be able to do that more, whether it's finding another art class or find an art teacher or find even in the summer, find art classes for them, or even if it's mechanics, like people, like lots of people are drawn to do mechanics, but it's not even really in schools anymore. But people are really drawn and really good at that, and that's what they should do because we need all kinds of people to run the earth. I mean, we need mechanics to fix the cars for us, right? So just learn to listen to your kids and follow what their dreams are and what they are good at and what makes them happy and what they like to do. Okay? Because it'll help you in the long run and it'll help them and it'll help the health of both of you. Because when you fight it and you try to go against what they're drawn to, you're hurting yourself because you're upset that they're not doing what you want, or you're hurting them because then they don't do what they want or what they're drawn to. And we really are meant to be happy and healthy and do things that just bring us joy and lifts our soul up. And there is jobs that you can find that will bring you joy. You just have to look for them and pay attention to what you like to do and what lifts you up, and then follow that path. Because everybody has, and they're all different things. So no one person is the same, right? We're all drawn to do different things. And this helps our health, it helps our healing journey, it helps us overcome things when we follow what it is that lifts us up and brings us joy. And there's always a way to bring money into that if we need money to survive and live, which is what we need right now in the way Earth is running. I want to share with you the sponsor of this video. It is the X39 Lifewave patches. These are amazing, and I want you to know I don't share anything or recommend anything unless I use it for myself, and I totally love it. Okay, I don't do any of that. These I love. My mother, my husband, and I have all been on them since August, and immediately what I noticed was much more energy in myself. I had much more energy to get things done and just felt a lot of energy during the day, and I didn't get tired in the afternoon like I would sometimes. And I also noticed in myself that I had a mole up here and it just disappeared, right? And I had a few more like later that happened too. And then I noticed that I had a cut on my hand and it healed really quickly, okay? And then so with my mother, she is almost 80 and she would get tired in the late afternoon and take naps usually around 2, 3, or 4, right? And once she got on these patches, she no longer needed the nap. She wasn't taking naps anymore. She was had more energy herself and was more well rested. And then finally with my husband, and these are just a few of the results, okay? Finally with my husband, he had a lot more energy. He's been retired and he kind of got in a slump, and he had a lot of energy once he got on these patches. A couple of days after getting on the patches, he pulled his shoulder out of his socket, which he's done before. He popped it back in anyway, and it bruised horribly. He couldn't lift his arm up. He hurt it pretty bad. It's something he does a lot. And the next day, he was able to lift it halfway up. And then the day after that, he was able to lift it all the way up again, which that's never happened when he's dislocated his shoulder. And there was tons of bruising all the way down his shoulder, and that cleared up, and it was much lighter like the second day, and it cleared up much quicker, and he just healed so much faster after being on these patches. So here's what they look like. And you just take it off and you put it on. Well, this is one place you put it, is the back of the neck. And I hope this is going to show up in the video right there. Back of the neck is where I put mine. And you can put it on your stomach, and there's many other places you can put it, but there is information in the description below on these patches. They are amazing. And I want to just give you what it says on the website about it, just so you have an idea of how it works and why it works. The technology of the X39 patches is phototherapy. It gently stimulates the skin with light, which stimulates the natural flow of energy in the body, which improves the health in the body. So like I said, we've had amazing results. I love them. My mom loves them. My husband loves them. I have quite a few other people on them, and they've all had amazing results. It's helped improve their health and helps them recover quicker. So if you have any questions or interested in them, go ahead and reach out to me. All the information to contact me is below. There is also a Start X39 website. You can go check it out. Or if you just want to order it, there's a link to order it in the description below. But check them out. I have been so happy on these patches. All right, in the description box below, there's a free healing meditation that I've made, and a lot of people have really gotten a lot from that free healing meditation. So click the link and sign up to receive that free healing meditation. And there's many ways to work with me in the description below. Also check those out. If you have any questions, reach out. My email's in the description below. If there's any type of topics you would like me to discuss, let me know. Email me and let me know the topics. I would love to do topics that you're interested in. And then finally, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So go do something you love. Every day, do something you love. Whether it's sing, dance, run around the yard, whatever it is, do something you love that lifts you up. And then do at least one self-care every day. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate, whatever it is for you, do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and in everyone. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you, you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I've got for today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.